You start giving the cards after numbers with network, please. Don't start giving them now. You start giving them what number. My phone. All let's back on your Sherry, ìyá yìí ló sun ẹkún jáde, you know.
The girl in question is my daughter.
God forbid. It's unfortunate that this woman lost her child in Chrisland. We just woke up yesterday and heard that a child died, you know, while they were doing inter-house sports. You understand? First and foremost, ẹkún ìyá yìí ni èmi gbọ́ tó fi bà mí nínú jẹ́ wípé ní fojú sunkún ọmọ, because a healthy child left home, you know, without any problem, over lọ sí school. Ó di pé òkú ọmọ náà gbé wọlé. Wọ́n ní gbókú àwọn ọmọ wa wọlé láṣẹ Ìdùmarè. Ní fojú sunkún ọmọ. We are just calling on Lagos State government to please make a proper investigation into this matter. As we have heard so many stories about Chrisland, I don't know them much, but what we've heard about the school, even to the proprietors of a school, wípé oríṣiríṣi ni ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní school yẹn, even pé àwọn staff wọn gan lóríṣiríṣi. But you know, I don't believe in hearsay. Sometimes alleged, you know. But at least let the Lagos State government do the proper investigation. Even that school should for now be closed until they do the investigation and find out what really killed Whitney, you know, the poor girl that died.
Hello everybody, good evening. My name is Blessed Nadine. Is my daughter. She's my first child. I will state everything that happened. I don't like trouble. I don't like wahala in my life. I'm an easygoing person. I don't like attention in my life. Oh, let me state what happened. February 9th was the day of their inter-house sports. That was the day they were meant to have their inter-house sports. Anybody who knows Chrisland knows that Chrisland has their inter-house sports.
All of you giving out your card your number on Niger side, go to prevailing issues with Ajoke. That's where they are giving cards.
And I was matching, I was looking for you. I said, I'm sorry.
Follow prevailing issues with Ajoke.
I didn't know how to find my way to Agege Stadium, but I promise you, next year I will be there on time. This year, I tried to go there as early as possible. I was there even before the program started. I met their committee. Then we greeted. I sat down. Match pass started. When the match pass started, I looked. The first house matched. I didn't see my child. Second house matched. I didn't see my child. Third house matched. I didn't see my child. I said, she's in Pines, which is greenhouse. I said, maybe she's among the Queen's entourage. Because I remember she mentioned that she's among the entourage of the Queen or King or something like that. Those ones matched. I didn't see her. I said, okay, maybe she's in the arts and crafts or home economics or IT or photography or something. Those ones all passed. I didn't see my child. I got worried. I called the school, her school bus driver. Mr. Said, please, was my child among those you brought to the stadium? That I have not seen her. I've been in this stadium now for going to some 30 minutes thereabouts, and I've not seen my daughter. He said, Mommy Whitney, I brought her. She's in the stadium there.
Can you imagine?
Don't worry, we'll see her.
Can you imagine? She didn't even know.
I said, okay, no problem. As this time, the march past was still going on, you know, dignitaries, parents, teachers, you know, everybody was marching the year 12 final year students. They were all marching. I didn't want to interrupt the march past because parents are opposite where children are kept. After I finished speaking with the driver, he said he brought her. I said, okay. Maybe she got hungry and had to leave and buy something outside. Because she had breakfast before leaving the house. I made sure she had breakfast. Then she was going for inter. I went to the snacks point outside. I didn't see my daughter. I said, where could this girl be? So I waited. March past was over. I crossed to the other side. On my way there, I met a man. The man said, madam, parents are not allowed at this side. I said, I know. I just want to check on my daughter. He said, okay. I went in there and I saw some students there. And I asked a boy there, please. Meanwhile, before I got to that across, a bus sped by on high speed, zoomed.
Can you imagine?
How can a bus be driving like this when you know children are in the stadium? But I just said that and I went on my own. So
a big school like that.
I'm looking for Whitney. I didn't know. I said, a girl just fainted here.
Jesus Christ.
But they have taken her, the school bus has taken her to the hospital.
School bus.
I said, a girl fainted. Oh, may God give her quick recovery.
She didn't know it was her own daughter.
Now. Anyway, I'm looking for Whitney Adinio. She's my daughter. So I said, the girl that fell, her name is Whitney. I heard them calling Whitney when they were pouring her water. I said, Jesus
Christ.
But it's not my own child. My daughter's name is Whitney Adinio. And I brought out my phone. The boy said, I don't know her surname, but I know her name is Whitney.
God.
I brought out my phone and I showed the boy her picture. And he said, this is the girl that fell.
Jesus.
I said, what? What happened to her? Why would my child fall? She hasn't done anything strenuous. She wasn't sick. She hasn't done any activity. What is going on? Why would my child faint? The man was saying, I said, Madam, Ibilo Durosi, Oshubu, Eminimodo Misilara. Meaning she was standing here, she fell, I poured water on her.
Hi, God.
I said, who took her? He said, school bus. No ambulance.
No ambulance.
No nurse. No medical personnel.
Nothing.
Nobody.
Can you imagine?
There was no emergency provision on ground in a place where you have over 500 students.
God.
In a place where you have over 100 parents. In a country where insecurity is so high.
God.
You kept our children in that field with no proper medical arrangements in case of any emergencies. When the boy said the school bus took her, I said, oh, was it my child that was in that bus that sped by? I ran out. I met a staff coming towards me. The staff said, oh, Mommy Whitney, we've been looking for you. You were so calm and casual. Said, oh, Mommy Whitney, we've been looking for you.
Can you imagine?
Whitney fell. I said, yes. And then she fell. He said, oh, yeah, she fell. But don't worry, she'll be fine. We're taking her to the hospital. I said, okay, let's go to the hospital. Immediately, I picked my phone. I called my husband. My husband wasn't picking. His PA said he was in a meeting. I said, please get the phone across to him. I don't care who is having that meeting with. Even if it is the governor, go and give him the phone. It's an emergency. The guy went and gave my husband the phone. I told my husband what happened. My husband said, okay, no problem. Go to the hospital. I will make a few calls and I will meet you there myself. I'm on my way already. I asked the staff, please, where is the hospital my daughter was taking to? Let him ask the principal. We asked the principal. Principal said it was Agege Central Hospital. I said Agege Central Hospital. She said yes. I brought out my phone. I put it on Google Map. It wasn't showing. I put it again. Agege Central Hospital. It was not showing. What I saw was Agege Central Mosque. I said, Central Mosque. Central Hospital. It's not showing. She said, don't worry, just ask around, go. They would tell you. We drove out of the stadium to the gates. We asked the gatesmen, they don't know. We asked, as we were driving, we were asking people, please, where's Agege Central Hospital? They said they don't know that. What they know is Agege General Hospital. And now, God, I said, is this Agege General Hospital or Central? They said it is Central. It's very close to the stadium.
Can you imagine?
What is going on? Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Yeah. By the time the woman, you could hear her voice. Unfortunately, Whitney's mom, may God Almighty console you, because it is, it's only God that can console this family. Like you heard, she said her daughter was supposed to even participate in this, and she was obviously there to watch her daughter do the match and all that, but she couldn't see her until she found out that, she was one of those, she fainted and she had been rushed to the hospital. In the first instance, that school is a very, very expensive school, not just an ordinary school. So I wonder where you pay so much money for school fees, where you pay so much without, for school fees, and they don't have provision for an ambulance, standby ambulance in such an event. There was no ambulance, medical, paramedics were not there on site. Even when we were young, when we were in secondary school, I remember this satellite secondary school, taban she inter-house sports, Marie and paramedics la máa ń pè wọ́n bí, but ní Nàìjíríà máa rí mú kí la máa ń pè wọ́n, but àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa jẹ́ pé bí àwọn auxiliary nurses yẹn wọ́n máa wà níbẹ̀, wọ́n máa wà ní venue of that inter-house sports. So why would you not have paramedics on the ground there in the first place? Then a child fainted. The next thing you did was to get a school bus. Not ambulance. Anything could happen on the way. So it goes to show the way Bashiman treats àwọn nǹkan ní school. A parent got on this lover that she removed a child from the school. That a child of 3-4 years will go on their own upstairs to the toilet without any teacher, the same school. God bless you. Adenike Oyetola, Red Cross. Yes, thank you so much. Red Cross. Oh my wow, on ground. You know, they said a child of 3 years old in that same Chrisland, they will allow that child to go alone upstairs to the toilets. A child can be molested in that toilet, 3-year-old. One day the nurses will not go. I used to feel dizzy as a child at inter-house sports. Thank God for the good healthcare facilities then. Oluwaseun Adebayo. You were right. Anything can happen to any child. An healthy child, first aid box with Red Cross. An elderly child. I know the pain of the woman was like, my child is healthy. My child was healthy, nothing happened to her. Why did she die? Anything can happen to any child. An elderly child can go out and, and to while under a son, anything they share, go faint low. But to make one need first aid, they need paramedics, they will have saved that child. By the time they got to the hospital, she said, by the time she saw her daughter, and the lips had gone black. The lips had gone black, and then, the tongue, everything. There is another told to the story that we heard. There is a voice note going round that a child was telling her mom about an incident that one girl, and she was referring to Whitney, that one girl that she touched the popcorn machine, a big ice cream machine, and she got electrocuted. So definitely something must have happened. But when they heard that, the school authority, because they kept quiet all along while this woman came out to shout. That's the funniest thing about the whole issue. They did not make any statement from the school. Of course, like I said, anything they someone here. But that means you have not been taking proper account of things that people bring into your school for the students. So anybody can just bring any faulty machine to sell things. The school came out to say, they now came out. I want not to make statements. Skinny statement it's what I make. Is that their statement, Papa? They made the statement that she got electrocuted, honestly. According to what that girl said, the voice note that's going round, that was what happened. She was just gisting her mom. Candy machine, and they poured her hot water. Okay, that girl said she stepped on candy floor machine and they poured her water. That's the only thing they could do. And see, did you get that? Oh, God, you. The management of Chrisland School has explained the incident that led to the death of one of their students, Whitney Adeningon, who died during the school inter-house sports activities at Agege Stadium, Lagos on Thursday. The Punch had earlier reported that Michael Adeningon, Whitney's father, had taken on social media on Saturday to demand a probe into the death of his daughter. He also demanded Chrisland explain what actually happened to his daughter, adding that he had no health condition or sickness as of the time the school bus picked her up in the morning. Meanwhile, the Lagos State Public Relations Officer Benjamin Hundeyin confirmed the incident, saying the matter was reported to them, at the police station. The case is presently being investigated according to the police. The school, the statement reads, the management and staff of Chrisland School Limited, with a deep sense of loss, announced the death of our precious daughter, Whitney, precious student, Whitney Adeniro, whose painful exit occurred Thursday, February the 9th. We are heartbroken and distressed. That's the school saying now. After Whitney was one of our day students who opted not to participate in the inter-house sports match. Past international, the school is now saying, Whitney did not participate because of ill health, that she had complained of ill health. Can you imagine? Which the child did not report at home that she was feeling anyhow when she went to school. Who opted not to participate in the inter-house sports match pass for reason we were not very sure of. That she just said she was not interested in participating that day. Meanwhile, remember, the mom was expecting her to participate because she had told her mom that she was going to do match pass. So the school is now saying Whitney told them she didn't want to. Why did mom go there in the first instance? The mom had been sitting down there waiting to see her daughter do match pass. If she was having any sickness or if she wasn't feeling too well, she wouldn't have told her mom that, look, I'll be doing match pass today. Please come and watch me. Now they are saying, for reason best known to her. However, on discretion, we respected her decision to err on the side of caution. Because on January 20, the school is saying, àwọn gbọ́ngbà tó dé òun ò fẹ́ ṣe match pass àwọn gbọ́rọ̀ sí lẹ́nu nítorí pé ní January 20, you know this thing happened this month, yeah? They said in January 20, she had earlier complained in January 2023. It is in our records that she had complained about a not too good buoyant health, and we immediately contacted her parents. One in January 20, Omo complained wípé ara wọn ò yá. So nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní January 20, nígbà tó sọ pé ara wọn ò yá, and she went home. You called the father. They said, we done. Our father, Mr. Michael Adeniro, came to the school to take her home on that very day. We emphasized to our parents to take a critical look into her. So let's see, January 20, yeah, tí ọmọ tí ń padà wá sí school, tó ń wá school daily. There has never been any complaints of sickness. So you are now bringing us back to that she had been sick. So are you saying is the sickness from that January 20? This is a child that the parents said she went. Because the day you called them on that 28th, the day you said you called them, they came immediately to pick the child. And I'm very sure they will have taken care of their child since that time. If not, you was inter-house sports now. On Wasi school every day after that. Now, you said, and you told our father that can't look into her health critically. So are you saying maybe the father or the parent did not look critically into her sickness? May we not witness the death of our children. Amen. Jambo Kalejaye. The school said the deceased slumped in public view and not under any hidden circumstances. So they are saying pé ojú gbogbo èyàn lọ́mọ yẹn ṣe ṣubú wí pé kò ṣe pé bóyá nǹkan táwọn èyàn ò rí. So kí ló ṣe gangan ni àwọn èyàn fẹ́ gbọ́. Ṣé lóòótọ́ ni ó lọ tọwọ́ bọ ó lọ tẹ life wire mọ́ nílẹ̀ ẹ tún wá dá mi lé lórí ni, or what really happened is the truth that people, Nigerians, want to hear from the school management. Adding that she was rushed to the nearest medical facility for first aid. So when I was started the rushing the rushing was through your school bus. Through your school bus. Now big case so or do ayo. School bus, not ambulance. So and you are saying she was rushed. That was not a rushing because school bus only papun. So That wasn't, you didn't rush her to the nearest hospital as far as we are concerned. Yeah. Our immediate response was to take advantage of proximity to first aid by identifying the nearest medical facility to take her to, where the doctor on duty administered oxygen and every aid possible on her, the statement said. So we don't even know how many minutes is that hospital to the venue of the incident. So they are saying they gave her first aid by taking her to the nearest hospital, which we don't know how many minutes it could. It could be up to 20 minutes or 30 minutes. We don't know. It could be up to, because with the school bus, low figbelo, not with siren. So, because of course they are saying they did not give her first aid there. So she's the management is now saying they gave her first aid by taking her to the nearest hospital, which is, we don't know how many, like I said. Now, one funny oxygen, one funny everything. By the time the parents got to the hospital, the girl had died. And they said the parents said, the hospital said she was brought in dead. Kabiesi Ọlọ́run Ọba. A big school like that, you have no medical facility, even within, okay, it didn't happen in their school. You know, they went out to do inter-house sports somewhere. But they should have done, because you have over 500 students. Kò sí medical clinic kò first aid níbẹ̀. Una tell you, una not try at all. Honestly, Chrisland school, una not try at all. Chrisland appealed to the Adeniran family to establish a scientific verification of underlying cause of her death before her burial. And when they are now telling the parents that identify nǹkan tó ń ṣe gongo, pé ó dà pé nǹkan tí ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀, pé kò ń ṣe school àwọn tó go ṣubú ló ṣe kú. We immediately notified regulatory stakeholders and agencies to allow for a comprehensive evaluation and assessment of the development. In spite of the compelling imperative to fill any information gaps in public space, we stopped short of making any media sensation out of this, because the deceased in question was a minor and is deserving of our unqualified respect. We also prioritized according respect to the privacy of the family, and we were with them consistently to mourn together. This is a painful loss for us all, it is added. While mourning Whitney Adeniran, the management and staff of the Lagos-based school said they feel the deep pain of the loss and their thoughts and prayers are with the family. As we continue to uphold sobriety of this moment, we resist any urge to join issues on treasured memory in media trends. Wọ́n ní àwọn òbẹ́yìn media, àwọn òbá yín rojọ́ pé ẹjọ́ yín ti pọ̀ jù. Wọ́n ní the best thing táwọn máa ṣe ni pé àwọn tí ń bá àwọn family yẹn mọ́ọ̀nù. Wọ́n ní bá wa mọ́ọ̀nù ọmọ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. As we await the outcome of independent postmortem process, we remain unwaveringly committed to supporting the family at this critical moment and pray fervently for the fortitude to bear her painful loss. The added statement. No more Shebi and but I want. Anyways, that is the school authorities saying they know nothing about the death of Whitney, because Whitney fainted where a lot of people were. They saw her fainting, and they did their own part by taking her to the nearest medical center around, where she was administered oxygen and all the first aid that they could. But unfortunately, they lost her. Now, there is going to be inquiry into that, but we, the social media people, you know us now, we will have our own say on this. This is a school that they've been complaining about. A lot of people, and even people were now mistaking it to the one people were mistaking it. But it's not about it's not that school. That was Dowen College. Most of the schools, they just get money. That was how Oromo happened. All parents should go and withdraw their child in that school. That was the other school, not this school, Akoke Badmos. If the truth be told, most parents, we all just follow the crowd. That is a big school, just the name of the school. There are a lot of schools that do not even have that water. Okay, I should drink my tea, ma'am. There are a lot of schools, they are doing beautifully well. But because we want that class, a kind of school like that you will expect maybe first class things, but nothing. They take advantage of people. They just get money for nothing. The mother has been crying anyway. She believes there are more to the story that meets the eyes. A lot of things that we hear about the school, people are coming out, parents are coming out that they withdrew their children from that school. One said our son, a daughter, was being left alone to go upstairs and go to the toilet without any supervision. 3-year-old girl. I think so, Edu Makeup. Edu Makeup, I think so. I think it's that school. I think so. It's that same school that they said a girl was... Remember that girl that they said they gang shaking it? I think it's that school, Chrisland. I guess, I'm not too sure. You remember that story that girl that they took them on excursion to Dubai or Bikini? I think it's the same school. I'm not too sure. So there is no proper supervision in the school. The mother said she just took the child away. That because she even complained that her daughter, 3-4 years, will be allowed to go to toilet on her own without any supervision. The girl cannot even clean herself very well. So you can imagine that kind of a school. And you are paying so much. Parents, please, Nigerian parents, we know how you are working hard. How things are in Nigeria. Don't let this big school destroy your children's lives. They have nothing to offer. It's just the name. The name. Tí school ni ò bá lè ní, tí ò bá ní ambulance on site. Tí ò ní medical practitioners on site. Is that not shameful? The school should be immediately closed down because we know Nigeria. Before you know it now, man no man. And so then go just cover everything up. Before you know it. Yes, that's the same school. Mama Tioluwatoyin, can you imagine? That's the same school. The Shekini Pelomonye. Wow. The mother said that's her first child and only child. I don't think it's the only child though. She's not the only child. I don't think it's the only child. But that's the first child. That I'm very sure of is the first child. The poor girl is gone, you know, and you are Oyinbo le kon sobi Oyinbo were kon ewekun abiyamo. Ewekun abiyamo. Ewekun abiyamo.
I am not supporting. I am not supporting. I'm a priest of the Methodist Anglican Church.
Ewekun abiyamo.
I am the chairman of all Chrisland parents. I am not supporting anything. But I want you to remain calm. We have to be there. Whitney is our child. We are all involved. Please, let me talk, please. Yes, I am talking.
Honestly, the schools in Nigeria should be well regulated. I don't know, they do have regulatory bodies. But I don't know if truly there is a body that looks after the schools. Lagos State government, if truly you have bodies that you have a commission for them that looks after schools, they should. Maybe their inspections should always be going on in these private schools. These are private schools. The lives of children are under them. They have the care of those children. So that means there is nobody, no organization that looks after them. And ensure that proper things are put in place for children. You don't just give them license and let them go. This should be an eye-opener. The same Chrisland, when you also in that school, that the girl, they went to Dubai, that young girl, that the mother was crying that, my daughter, my kiniko, the same school. We all shouted that as at that time, at the end of the day, the school remained opened. And the same school, no to I pray and I hope the right justice will be done this time around. So, Mr. Tamademu Wagun, you're welcome, sir. Yet, like Ofsted here, everything by ye, That's why any school you want to go, you go and look at the Ofsted rating. Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Good evening, my sister.
Good evening, ma. You're welcome, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
It's just so sad. And it shows how deep Nigeria was in a mess, honestly.
It is.
Nigeria is big, deep shit. In a big, deep mess. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody calls shit. Because one more, we pay money for anything. Someone party and share anything. I want to fight every.
Hello, ma. Oh, the
how come one bed? You can't just misbehave anyhow. Now we are not saying but getting the atrocities back reduced to the minimum.
That's it.
The arrest level. You understand?
Yes,
how can it's just getting too much. Chrisland has been school to penny, but of recent what now it will go back to function that in Nigeria. Public private school. Public school don't function. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
This story, this Chrisland, that was a story of 2 years old that was being defiled by the supervisor.
Kabiyesi Ọlọ́run.
Yes, and this is how they are giving excuses that the mother of that child, but only 2 years old, she might call, we go paro more supervisor. At the end of the day, one life, and they jailed the supervisor 16 years. The story was in the newspaper. And recently, Gist Lover, this same Chrisland, Joe, 2 years ago, he sent him to school.
2 years.
Now this one, there is another story that this girl was, like you said, one lost transport, one lost stadium, one was a candy floss, one was a popcorn. She been kokoloma fifano.
Benny.
Edo, is it not possible? In the percentage, possible she could have no tolomo yet, no mole. The possibility is high. Because and we know how they do things in Nigeria.
Pash.
They don't care about anything.
Benima.
So most likely, if 10 naked wire mole, straight away. And according to the father, he said when he saw the girl, and when it was discolored, it turned black.
God.
Now, if it's what you want to shoot, they are now saying, because what you don't record, January 20.
Can you imagine?
Say I am school on the on the incident yesterday. So they are now claiming that the sickness, someone is sick in January 20. So now what was defensive?
Immediately.
Our incidents, some of the back and our up. So it means there is something fishy. They knew one man, deliberately passed. But taking yesterday by accident, but they want to cover up.
That's it.
We are talking about life here. And I just pray that this family will get the justice that they require, will get justice. They will get justice because I think money in Nigeria. Because they know one person from a high clinical. No. And then come be not there, sure. Who are very, very careful. Let us pray. All these things, to me, it's more of spiritual now.
Yes, Koti. Shema. God bless you, ma. Madam Tufi or Consort, because you are more gist to you can start now, Koti Fatima. yeah, your numbers there, and they will give you card, giveaway card from one of us who said pé òun fẹ́ máa fún yín ní card you. So wọ́n ní ká fún yín card ní orí ètò. Like this caller said, that there are more to this because àwọn kan náà ti kà lórí Gistlover gan wípé even wọ́n ní àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní school yẹn, you understand. So it's just negligence. To me, I might say it's just negligence on the part of the school and the school management, and because if anything like that, like I said, happen, the first thing you can do is to give first aid. Tó bá jẹ́ pé omi náà tó wá ọmọ yẹn tẹ iná mọ́lẹ̀, if truly ọmọ yẹn tẹ iná mọ́lẹ̀, which can happen, it's an accident. Ẹ tún wá dá mi sí lórí bí ìgbà téèyàn fi epo sínú petrol ni. Do you understand? If you're getting your card, as they are giving you card, let us know, please. Just say you have received your card. You have received your card, because we are going to count it. It's 20,000 naira card that we are buying for our viewers. If you are watching from Nigeria Styles, go to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke, follow Prevailing Issues with Ajoke, and get your card there. Yeah, for those ones in Nigeria, I found what one loyinbo. I want one loyinbo. One read data love phone. So we pray that she gets the justice she desires. Oh, it goes to show now, in Nigeria, you need to, Nigerian government, you need to really, really look into these private schools. Most of them are just being given licenses without proper follow-up on what they do in that school. All of them, like that woman that called in said, if we have working school, if we have working things, if everything is going well, why would I go and be paying to take my child to a private school? Most of us went to public schools. But where are the public schools now? They are all gone. It's only Omo Mekunu ló ń lọ sí public school. Àwọn ọmọ Yalata, even ọmọ Yalata gone are sending their children to private school. You can imagine. Just ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ kẹ́lẹ́bẹ́ wọn. Eti bad system Nigeria, nothing seems to be working again. You're just impoverishing people and someone in education, in everything. So àwọn school yìí tẹ̀lé fún àwọn olówó yìí ṣe proper kìíní kẹ́mà ṣe bá sọ upstate níbí báyìí tí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣẹlẹ̀ school yẹn ó ti báyìí ó ti tán fún school yẹn. You understand? Olórí Temiloluwa Kayode said, if Kate Henshaw should come out and defend them, ikú ló máa pa náà ní kò ní pẹ́ anybody lórúkọ Jésù. I don't think tábíàmọ́ lòun náà now. Ta ló máa defend wọn. Tábíàmọ́ lòun náà now. Because this one is on their part, negligence on their part in the first instance, not having the proper things on ground in the first place. Not having the proper thing in the first place on ground for that is a shame on them. So negligence because it's a child we are talking about, and I hope that this case will be thoroughly investigated and they will get to see the truth about it. Because what was defensive, like that woman said, immediately because she was sick in January, that means the sickness might have been the underlying thing to power money. But if you have proper things on ground, she fainted. Life wire mole. So if she did not life wire mole, Tomo faint, could see first aid carelessness on the highest order. So we will continue to update us on the events